Hey, Arsenal fans. Thanks for coming back and joining me. This will be my post-game review of the Arsenal Crystal Palace game. Not a very good game, but got the 3 points, and that's what matters. So, without further ado, let's get into it. I think the game was pretty poor, to be honest. Arsenal didn't play with much intensity, didn't really dominate possession of the ball. It's poor. I don't think there's really much else to say about it. The result's a great result, and we'll take the result. We've had a few games recently where we've had to dig deep a little bit to see if we can come out with a positive result. And we've managed to do it. And it's something that Arsenal have been accused of not having recently, a bit of backbone. So good to see them showing a little bit of backbone in the last few games, and hopefully that just gets stronger as things go on. But against a team like Palace, who I know have given us difficulty at times in previous years, we should be winning this game and dominating it quite comfortably. There was a lot in the game that went against us, and so I'll get to that. But overall, I think Arsenal were too slow. Didn't put the ball into the box, which I'm going to talk about as well, and almost seemed a bit passive. For all the possession we had, there was very little penetration. We didn't really get in behind them all that often. Didn't really get the ball to the edge of the box into kind of key areas very often. And it's something you want to see improved. We just absolutely gagging at the moment for a centre midfielder that has those qualities to play, either play the passes in, a bit like Odegaard's ball in today, or someone, an attack midfielder who can get forward and start to pop up in these spaces that are just outside the box, to stop the forward from having to come deep. At times, we've got the ball and there's nobody in the box. Another thing that I thought was quite strange was they were playing quite narrow. So to open the game up, you want to use width. I didn't see enough overlapping from the fullbacks today. Whenever we've done that, we've looked pretty dangerous. It always causes a problem. We've got people like Chambers who can cross pretty well. Kieran Tierney, pretty much the one time he was able to get in behind the defense, he scored from. So I don't see why it's not a bigger feature of the game, but I'm sure time will tell as the playing style starts to kind of familiarize itself and starts to stick. I have to say, I feel sorry for Aubameyang. He's getting criticism again on Twitter today. He, for me, didn't have anything, and I don't see what people want him to do. Do we want him to come back into his own half, pick the ball up, and run through 9 people to score? Yes, remember, we're playing against teams who sit in a low block when they don't have the ball, and we are dominating possession. So it's not like we're setting teams up for counterattacks. So the question is, does Aubameyang suit the style of play for Arsenal? Well, it's looking more and more like Lacazette suits the style of play, because Lacazette will float about in those spaces, will pick up the ball, will get and hold it up. That's not Aubameyang's game. Aubameyang wants to go in behind. And you can see he keeps trying to isolate himself on the fullback, which is why he kind of drifts wide, so they can make that kind of slash and run inside the fullback, isolate a centre back where he can then open himself up and go on his right foot. I think the criticism of him is very harsh. Arsenal a lot of the time today would get the ball into the wide area with the fullback getting forward with their wide player, Pepe, who stayed wide, who didn't really go inside as much. I said that you end up with a situation where that becomes a 2v2. And instead of the 10, Smith Rowe, Odegaard, whoever, making a run into the box, they come wide to help make a 3. So they want to go 3v2 as if they can work a situation where they can get the ball in from the byline. Didn't work often enough today. Now, because there's no support for Aubameyang, you can't put the ball in early. He's suffering from that. As a striker, especially a quick striker, you want to make your move early, get yourself into the space early, so you can kind of set yourself for the finish. But he can't make a run because he doesn't actually know when the ball's going to be coming. There isn't that, that Liverpool style urgency when the fullbacks have got the ball and they're just going to basically put the ball into the space as early as possible. We don't have anything remotely similar to that, and so I think most strikers would struggle in that kind of system. So hoping that improves for next season. The goals today were pretty good, I have to say. As I mentioned, the one time Tini kind of got some space down the left side, delivers a tremendous pass, and the finish is exquisite. It's Pepe attacking the 6-yard line on his weak side, just opens his foot up nicely, guides it in there. Just technically very, very good finish. I think I still think Benteke's header was offside. I haven't seen anything to tell me anything different. So I'll wait to see some more coverage on that and see if I can see if anything changes my mind on that. The ball in for Gabby's go-ahead goal was just sensational, I have to say. There was a lot of times in the game where we've got the ball in the wide area and it's pinging about, it's pinballing about, and nobody's putting the ball in the box. I'm just sitting there screaming, like, put the ball in the box, And it's like the one time Odegaard comes and finds that space where kind of we like to get the attacking midfielder out there to go 3v2. He picks the ball up on that kind of half space on the inside and just drifts one in there. It's a beautiful ball. Great run by Gabby. And it's a very, very good finish. Going back to the VAR thing, I love how they checked that for offside. They put that on the screen and they've magnified to see where exactly the ball went, but still no lines on the field for Benteke's goal. Yeah, all right. And then the third goal from Pepe was, again, a very good goal. He really has raised his game. Got a lot of criticism as well from Arsenal fans. Just, I guess, don't seem to learn. We just keep giving these people criticism. We don't give them time to settle. We just want to try to chase them out of the club. But look, Pepe's proven a little bit of time. Give me some time to settle. I'll come good. And I think he's doing a really, really good job recently. He's a player that I think is hard to drop. And recently he has been out of the team. I can't understand it. He's been probably one of the better formed players. I'm looking forward to seeing him play a little bit more and kind of grow within this Arsenal team. The other big feature for today was VAR. I mean, VAR has been disgusting this season. There's no other way to put it. Watching the game out here in America, on the coverage, I didn't even see them put the lines on the field. So they decided that Benteke's goal should stand. Looked offside to me. No lines on the field to check it. They've just let it go, which is bizarre to me, especially when you see how many of these decisions have come to a toe or an elbow or a shoulder, as the FA Cup final the other day. The red cards, again, a joke. Aubameyang from last season catches the guy on the inside of the ankle. Never a red card, but it's given and he's sent off. Today, the same thing happens. It's never a red card. But if you've sent somebody off for it already, then you've got to keep it consistent. And this is all we want. All we want is consistency in the decisions. And, there's just no consistency in these decisions. It's really terrible. How is Pepe being sent off for touching heads with someone against Leeds, who made a meal of it? Whereas Benteke's pretty much thrown a forearm or thrust a forearm into Elneny's throat. No red card. I mean, the red card's for violent conduct. If that's not violent, if hitting someone in the throat with your forearm is not violent, I mean, I don't know what is. So there's another potentially 2 red cards you could have had there today. Zaha was disgraceful today with his flopping about and rolling around and asking for penalties and all of that sort of stuff. I remember at least 3 separate occasions where he's gone down easy looking for a foul. And the refs basically said, no foul, get up. Well, book him then. Book him. He should have been sent off in today's game as well, just purely on diving alone. So yeah, not happy about the way VAR has been kind of handling our games recently. Overall, though, happy with the 3 points. It's made things real interesting for the last day of the season. With Spurs having to go to Leicester, I can't see Spurs winning that one. They've been dreadful recently, which is much to my pleasure. I think Everton won today, which didn't quite go our way. Teams around us not having done so well, we've got a real chance at kind of. I think sixth is a little bit too optimistic, but we'll go with it. There's an opportunity points wise where we can finish sixth. More likely seventh, but again, it's an improvement on last year. More points than last year, and you have to say the second half of the season's been pretty good. All of those Arteta out kind of people, just patience. Just be patient. Give him the window, the transfer window. Give him pre-season, and yeah, let's see how things pan out. While I'm talking Arteta, if you click right here, you'll be able to watch my video, 7 reasons why Arteta should stay as Arsenal manager. Thanks for watching my video and taking the time. I appreciate it. If you have enjoyed the video, please subscribe and like and share with anybody you know that follows the mighty Arsenal. If you want to communicate with me, please leave comments on the video. You can also get me on social media. I'm on Instagram, sensible_gunner, and also on Twitter, sensible_gunner. Look forward to hearing from you. And as always, come on, you Gunners.